Hey guys, so this is kind of a on the road video today. If you follow me on Instagram, you may have seen in my stories that I posted about how I was having a huge panic attack this morning. So basically what happened was that we decided this morning to go for a hike. It's getting a bit windy actually. Yeah, we decided to go for a hike this morning, and it was kind of like an impromptu thing. Anthony was supposed to be doing it tomorrow with his mates, but then we decided to swap it to today, and then he asked me if I wanted to come. And I always want to say yes to those things. I am totally down for, like, basically my goal since recovering from agoraphobia has been to see as much of the world as I can. Where we are now is still in Victoria, obviously, but it's somewhere I've never been. It's supposed to be a really beautiful walk. So I was like, yeah, I'll come. And then I started to get panicky. I've had a bit of a rough week this week, so I think maybe that was why I got a little bit more panicked than usual. But basically, just before we went to leave the house, I started panicking. And I know in those situations, the best thing for me to do is just to keep going. So I continued to get ready, and then just as we were about to leave, Anthony's sitting in the front seat, and I'm like, I just need a minute. So I had to go back inside my house and kind of collect myself. But at that point, the panic was already rising. And probably the mistake I made at that moment was saying, I just need a minute, and going back into my house. Because as soon as I respond to what the panic is saying, or I should say, as soon as I react to what the panic is saying, which is you are not safe and you need to abort mission, basically, as soon as I react to that and do what that instinct is telling me, the instinct ramps up, because it's like, you know, it's like, yes, we're in danger, you agree. Let's continue to freak out. So I took a minute inside, and then I came back out into the car, and then basically the panic attack was just huge. I was saying to Anthony, usually a lot of the time my panic attacks these days are fairly mild, but even when they are severe, it's still mostly my body. So I get stomach cramps, and I shake, and I get, you know, like sweaty palms and chills and things like that. I get a lot of physical sensations more than I get mental. Mostly because I'm out of the habit now of thinking the anxious thoughts. Even if my body responds with anxiety, my head doesn't as much as it used to. But today it was all of it at once. Like one of those really bad ones that feels yuck in your body and feels yuck in your head as well. And we've been driving for half an hour, 20 minutes, 15 minutes, I don't even know. And it just keeps like rolling back over. And it's annoying because I want to do all the things. Like I want to go hiking, and usually I'm fine, so I shouldn't be annoyed about this one little time. But it's annoying when you want to do the things. I don't know what happened to cut off there. Yeah, it's annoying when you want to do those things, and everyone's like, it's okay if you don't want to go, like you can just go home. But you don't want to go home. You want to go and do the things, but you don't want to be having to feel like the world is ending in your body. Today it was really severe thoughts of like, I'm in danger, I'm gonna pass out, I'm gonna die. And those are the kind of thoughts that I never have when it comes to panic attacks. You know, you guys know me, usually it's I'm gonna shit my pants, but today it was just this intense feeling, sensation, and mental, I can't think of the word, but mental like sense of dread and of danger. And so we continued driving, but Anthony slowed right down, and he kept saying to me, you know, if you want to turn around, we're really close to home, like it's totally okay. At any point, if you want to go home, it's fine. I wasn't even talking, I was just nodding. I took Valium because I was having such a hard time calming down, and these panic attacks were just rolling. Like I just felt like if you've ever been at the beach and you've been continuously dunked by waves, it was just like that. As soon as I'd get my head back up, I felt like another panic attack would just come and crush me back down again. And it was really rough. So basically what I did was Anthony just kept going, and I just allowed myself to feel exactly what I was feeling. I wrote in my stories that I'm doing all the techniques that I know, all the techniques that I talk about. So, you know, deep breathing and like meeting myself with love and knowing that this moment was hard, but accepting that, and that was okay. You can see I'm wearing an appropriate shirt for today as well. But yeah, basically it was just doing all the things I could do, but also knowing that in that moment, all I had to do and all I could do was just keep on going and just sort of ride it out regardless of the physical sensations. So I guess the reason I wanted to come in here and film this is because I know that there were oh my god, I can't even make words yet. my adrenaline's still like pumping everywhere. I know that there are times when you feel like I'm going to have a really severe panic attack, and trust me, today I was there. That was the most severe panic attack that I've had in a while. And like I said, I don't get them. I get them very rarely these days. I still get little panic attacks here and there, but I sort of can meet myself in the middle with those and not really freak out when they happen. But this one was intense. And when those happen, you still need to know that despite the thoughts and despite the sensations and despite everything that is telling you in your body that you are in danger, the best thing that you can do is just keep going. And I know it's very difficult, and today it was really difficult, but for me, I'm at the point now where I don't give myself the option, which I know sounds really harsh. And look, I'm doing it from a place of love. It's not like I'm fighting the panic and I'm fighting the anxiety and I'm, you know, being like, it's not going to win today. It's not coming from that perspective. It's more coming from a perspective of, I love myself enough to know that one of my biggest values and one of my goals and something that's really important to me is getting out in nature and getting out and seeing the world. And yeah, so it's, for me, it's not about fighting how hard it feels, and it's not about fighting the sensations that I feel like are attacking me. It's about knowing that even if I'm feeling in that moment like I'm overwhelmed, knowing that the best thing I can do for myself, the most loving thing I can do for myself and my anxiety, is to continue moving towards my goals and continue aligning myself with my values, with the things that are most important to me and the life that I want to live. And, you know, I said to Anthony, 99% of the time, I love myself with my anxiety and I'm accepting of my anxiety, and I'm even like, I'm more than okay that it's there. I like that my anxiety is there a lot of the time because I know that it's a part of me that makes me unique, and it's a sensitive part of me that I'm no longer ashamed of, and I'm no longer scared of showing the world. But there's 1% of the time where I end up like feeling annoyed because, you know, I just want to be able to get in the car and be excited and be like, yes, let's go have this adventure. It's going to be fun. And I want to sing and I want to eat and I want to just, you know, I don't want to be sitting there freaking out and crying and struggling to breathe, you know, but I need to continue moving towards that acceptance. And I'm okay that there's just still 1% that I'm uneasy with, because I know that I'll get there. I know that it's a journey towards self-acceptance, and the fact that I've come towards accepting 99% of it feels good, because back in the day I was accepting of 0% of it, and I hated myself for being anxious, and I hated myself for having panic attacks, and I thought that it meant that I was unworthy and I was less than, and I was broken, and I was some kind of like dysfunctional model. But now I know that I can meet my anxiety, and I can be functional with my anxiety and through my anxiety and because of my anxiety. So yeah, anyway, that was what I wanted to come in here and share with you guys. Also, I have been a bit quiet on the video front, and I'm sorry about that. I am making the transition back to the workplace. So it's been 2 months since I've been at work now because of the whole lockdown thing. So I'm okay with it. I just needed some time to kind of readjust to that way of life because I'd gotten really used to things being slow and nice and, you know, just having lots of time to film and to create, and now it's sort of going back to having the majority of my schedule dominated by work. So anyway, I will find a way around that, but that was what I wanted to share with you guys, that you don't need to fight your anxiety. You don't need to fight those sensations. You can allow them to be there, and you can love them, and you can still work towards being the person you want to be with those sensations and with that anxiety and with those thoughts. You don't have to get rid of it. You can continue on towards the life that you want with it all. Yeah. Anyway, I hope you're all doing really well. And big love to those of you who messaged me during my meltdown today and gave me support. It really meant a lot.
I don't feel this way all the time, but it gets real bad